So if you are doing any sort of biking, hiking, um, backpacking, or even like adventure racing, this is something that happens all the time for people when you are overusing, like stepping or doing some sort of marching or that cycling where you're doing a repeated motion like this. Your IT band is likely going to get tight. And the reason for that, the IT band runs from the top of your hip all the way down to the side of your knee. So if you have pain that runs the side of your leg and then sometimes even down to the bottom of your knee, right here on the side, generally that's a sign that you're having a little bit of IT band pain and typically a tendonitis, meaning overuse and it's a little inflamed potentially. If it lasts for long periods of time, then you might have something else. But if it's just kind of a short bout after you did something very strenuous, then typically it's from that IT band tendonitis. So, what do we do about that? Well, some things that you can do, you can stretch it out, see if it makes it feel better. The IT band, like I said, runs that whole length. It intermingles, so it actually crosses with your rectus femoris, your quad muscle in the front. That meets right there, as well as the glute maximus, also runs and meets right there. So the joining spot is typically where you get a lot of pain, and that's where it meets the IT band. So the IT band is not a muscle. It's actually a big tendinous sheath, and it's a very thick, deep and wide tendon. So to stretch that out is very, very challenging. Foam rolling it, you've probably seen that on the internet. It can reduce pain. However, it's painful when you're doing it, just an FYI, and it will not always increase the length of that tendon. But what you can try to do on the trail is if you need some short-term relief for some reason, you're feeling pain, you're going to grab any tree. Say I want to stretch out my right IT band. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to show you facing the camera so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm taking the opposite leg, I'm crossing it over, so the leg I'm stretching is in the back. And then what I'm doing then is I'm taking my hips and I'm just pushing it to the side, pushing it that way. So the leg that I'm stretching, I'm pushing that hip that direction. And then if you, like for me, I did a lot of hiking yesterday. So I'm pretty tight and sore, so I'm feeling it already. But if you need more, you can add in a little bit of a lat stretch as well. And what this does is it kind of helps you secure your hip a little more and get you a little more stretch. You're just going to grab the top of that tree and you're just going to, what you can do is you can actually push with your forearm and you can pull with your top hand. And you can do this in a doorway as well. You can do it on a squat rack. But when you're out on the trail, if you need a quick stretch like this, like I do, you can do it on a tree. So, like I said, what we're doing here is we're stretching out the bottom right here, as well as you can get a little bit into your quadratus lumborum, a little bit of the lat as well by stretching out by doing that stretch. So I hope that helps. Give that a try. Do it on both sides. So like if I wanted to stretch this one out, I'm going to step over with the opposite leg. And I like to be kind of as next to the object I'm using as possible. That way you're getting a more true stretch. If you're behind it like this, that's also a good stretch. But if the object you're holding on to is in front of you like this, now you're going to be getting more of a hip flexor stretch, the one that does this. You're going to be stretching that out more like this kind of, versus if I want the IT band, then I have to be standing right next to it. So right next to it, not behind it. So hope that helps out. See you on the next one. Please comment if you have anything else you want to know about that. Like it if you like the video and subscribe. See you on the next one.